Welcome back to this week's episode of The War Cry with Ori
and Miranda.
On this week's episode, we'll cover everything that is going on during the week of October 15th, plus a few other things you want to know.
Here's this week's schedule. There will be a cross-country meet on the 23rd. The art club will be taking a trip to Passaquan on the 24th. On the 25th, the state softball finals will be held, and middle school softball championships will also be on this day. The National Honor Society will be having its induction ceremony on this day as well. On the 26th, the softball playoffs will be held. The football game against Lamar will be held that Saturday, and the middle school will be holding a wrestling meet against Noonan High School. The high school softball playoffs will also be on this day.
Now over to our reporter, Elena McQueen, with our senior softball player, Sydney Gay.
I'm Elena McQueen, and I'm here with Sydney Gay, one of our senior softball players. So, Sydney, how did the team perform as far as what you expected from yourself and the team in the region tournament?
It was really good. In the first game, we kind of overlooked Callaway, but we fought back hard and we beat them. And then Lamar was here. We had to play for the championship game, so we beat them in our dance competition and on the field.
That's good. How does it feel being a senior and ending your last season playing high school softball with a region win making it to state playoffs?
I couldn't be happier. I'm just with a good group of girls, and they're like my family, and I love spending every practice and game with them, and just winning with them is such a blessing. And I just couldn't ask for a better team or a better group of girls or coaches.
What do you expect as far as the team goes and state playoffs from yourself and the attitude?
I just think we have to go in and focus harder than we have been and practice and in the game. And if we do that, do the little things, I think the teams in Columbus better watch out.
All right. Thanks, Sydney. Thanks, guys.
Now let's watch Ethan Sorrentino, Brandon Dixon, and Michael Payton with our segments Lunch Talks, Conspiracy Theories, and Weather.
Hey Heard County, this is Lunch Talks. I'm Ethan Sorrentino. Let's get right into it. Let's go. What's the weirdest food combination you've ever eaten? Oh, weirdest food combination? Milk and gravy. Milk and gravy? Wait, that's the same thing. With mashed potatoes. What's one movie y'all never get tired of? You go first. That's you.
Men who stare at llamas.
Alright. What sounds wrong but means the right thing?
I don't know.
Come on, Russ.
What sounds wrong but means the right thing?
Yeah.
Seriously, nothing comes to mind. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I can think about it, but...
What's the funniest name y'all have ever heard? Blake. Oh, whoa!
I know somebody named Orangelo and Lamangelo, and it's spelled like orange jello and lemon jello. Okay.
What charity is the most worth of donating to?
Go ahead.
Any charity. That's all we ask. My name is Ethan Sorrentino, and that was Lunch. Hey Heard County, it's your weatherman, Ethan Sorrentino, and this week's weather, it will be all week long. It will be partly cloudy except for Tuesday. It will be raining that day. So remember guys, if y'all are driving, wear your seatbelt and be safe.
Hello again, lads. It's time for your least favorite segment of this show every week, Conspiracy Theories, with me and this mad lad, Brandon.
This week I'm telling you about George Bush, Pablo Escobar, cocaine, killing commies, CIA, and all kinds of other just crazy stuff. There's a lot of evidence that shows the CIA have been one of the largest drug dealing organizations in existence since their foundation in the 40s. They were smuggling opium outside of Chinese airports during the Chinese Civil War in exchange for giving them weapons that didn't even work. That's how messed up the CIA is. They're also known to take over Cambodian rice fields, make them plant opium, and all kinds of other things. Even the most crazy is importing Turkish heroin into France in order for Turkey to allow them to build missiles there. That's just not okay. But George Bush Sr. was the head of the CIA, or the director of the CIA, during Pablo Escobar's height. And there's a lot of evidence that shows they were working hand in hand to assassinate all kinds of Colombian officials, Mexican officials, and all kinds of South and Central American officials and politicians. This was mainly, most of them were left-leaning and communist in origin, which doesn't make it okay, but makes it a lot less bad. Killing commies is all right. But during the height of this alliance they had, the CIA was importing at least 20 tons of coke a day into Miami. Eventually, Pablo Escobar ran out of his usefulness, and the CIA trained an elite group of Colombians to assassinate him. They were on the hunt for at least 16 months, tracking him while he was on the run after he just escaped jail. Eventually, they did corner him, and they actually lost track of him for all of 8 minutes, and then they found him with 2 bullet holes in his head, one in his ear and then one in his forehead. And it was ruled a suicide. But the issue with that is, it's kind of hard to commit suicide when you already shot yourself in the face. All right, Michael, what's your conspiracy this week?
Family Guy knows how to kill people. It's that simple. Some of you that are more educated probably heard about The Simpsons supposedly predicting things like Trump, but Family Guy's doing it, and it's worse, because they're responsible for the deaths of dozens of people already that we know of. The 2 big problems are the Boston Marathon bombings and Robin Williams' death. On the night of August 11th, 2014, when Robin Williams killed himself, there was an episode of Family Guy that aired in the UK from 11:25 to 11:45 that had Peter turning everything he touched into clones of Robin Williams, including a gun that he used to try and kill himself. And at 11:56, just 11 minutes after it went off the air, the family of Robin Williams announced that he was dead. Some people think it's a coincidence, but obviously it's not. The heads of the BBC and whoever makes Family Guy obviously had something against Robin Williams, so he had to be taken out of the picture. Big facts.
Big facts.
But what's worse is the Boston Marathon bombings, which happened a year before that. Not long before that happened, an episode of Family Guy aired in which Peter runs over people in the Boston Marathon bombing trying to get to the finish line. I guess he just was stupid or whatever. And later in that same episode, he befriends an Islamic extremist, and he later has him kill people too, so that's even worse. They're mocking us right in plain sight with their episodes of a stupid TV show, and we don't even realize it until now.
And that's the conclusion to our week of conspiracy theories this week. I hope all you have a good week, and tune in next week.
And remember, H.
That's all for this week's episode of The War Cry. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and remember,
It's a great day to make a play.
He turned to me as if to say